Welcome to the last September video rush of 2024, the last one. All 30 days. Alright, this is a pretty simple one. It's just a commentary on all of the canon ones. It's like an ultimate commentary of all the canons. The canon ones only, though. So yeah, to get to Possible Tower, you're going to start first. You have to go, like at the start, right? You have to go all the way around. Like as you see, it might take a couple seconds because it takes a long time to get here. Go all the way around, jump off. And then you have to walk all the way here. And that's not even it. You have to go in the waterfall that's right here, and you'll be able to do this. This is very hidden. This one takes the longest to get to, but this is like the easiest one, other than like maybe a tower and not even a tower. Everything else is like more difficult. But yeah, there's only By the way, there's only one of 7 mini towers. Possibly Tower being the only one in World 2 that's canon. There's a few non-canon ones like 2 in Time Lost Plane, 1 Time Lost Plane, 1 Time Lost Clockwork, and 1 in Pit of Misery, but I'm not good enough and I don't feel like commenting on those, so yeah. Let's see, I'm going in the waterfall, and yeah, possibly a tower. This one's very simple, one of the few good things. You got 4-1, 4-2 is literally like nothing. 4-3, you have a maze, you gotta wrap around this way, and then go through to the outside. You have this little outside here, be careful, it's like kinda cool to watch with like out stuff. Don't go the pro route, it is impossible, I think, especially the 4 studs stick out. You'll see why, but I'm not tempted to go for that. So we're just gonna go this side, which is possible. And then you go around, you can like fall through, just jump to there and do the last floor, get some nice calming music. It's a very calming mini tower that I'd recommend playing when there. Now that's the first one. We're gonna go all the way down to ring 6 actually, because that one's got a pretty difficult one. And then we'll go to ring 3, and then we'll kind of go like ring 5 to ring 1, just because the ring 5 and the ring 6 and ring 3 one can be kind of difficult. They get to the one in ring 6, which is called Fortunately Not a Tower. You gotta go all the way to here, which is the ring 6 shop, which you initially had to beat the Tower of Inner and Outer Scaling secret ending to get to, but the February 2023 month happened and the tower got removed. And now you just straight up can go to it. And now between the Internet Nostalgia Trail and RGB Trail, you can just see Fortunately Not a Tower. This one's probably the hardest of them all, and this one's actually kind of difficult. But yeah, start off with a 10 stud wraparound, and then you have to go to this, and then just hold space, and then just time holding W so you can go over the gap with the quarter stud, and then you have to wrap around, and then you got to fully wrap around afterwards. You're going to lose a lot of health. I'm just going to use the crystal. And then you jump onto this half stud spinner. I recommend kind of jumping, and then as soon as that's appearing, you just gotta wrap around a few times. Jump to this, wrap around right after, and now you're done with the second floor, entering floor 3. I think this is really only a, no, this is a 1, 2, oh, I'm on floor 4 already. Floor 3 is literally just that, I guess. Yeah, it's the first four floors are very simple. You do have this one jump, you gotta like jump and then flick like that. It's a very precise jump, but once you practice, you should get down. Again, you want to be parallel to the tower, and then jump, and then just like almost immediately flick around it. And then you just jump, turn into the 1 stud gap. And this is where the mini tower actually kind of increases in difficulty. I recommend letting go shift lock after so you can do this. And then you have a really long truss flick. And then you have to jump on this truss, flick around, and now you're on the last floor, also known as floor 5. This has a giant final stretch, so is that initially you got a ledge grab, you got to go really far down, like this low, jump, and now you're on the final stretch. So you got to get to the corner, far jump, and then jump turn, go to the corner here, and then just fully wrap around that, flick off, and then you have to do these incredibly difficult times of going around just like that twice, and now you have this really precise gap where you got to align with this 3rd stud and then go through. Yeah, there's not really much to explain. And then this just, you can hold W just slightly faster and then just go around like that. And then as soon as this aligns with that, that's when you want to jump. So jump right now. You'll be able to cleanly land on this, jump out. You have one more of those really tight gaps. Try to get as center as possible. Move slightly to get in that too. And then you just jump to this, squeeze in, and then you gotta quickly walk and jump off. After that, you jump to here, and then you have a really difficult jump of wrapping and turning in. And then one last flick, And congratulations, you just did Fortnite on Tower, the hardest cannon one in the game as of, well, this is uploaded September 30th, but as of recording this on September 15th. And now let's go to Ring 3 to finish kind of the most of the difficult ones. After this, it's going to get much easier, but Ring 3 is the last hardest one only because, although a lot of the gameplay is easier, you have a ginormous, like, final stretch, actual, like, average final stretch in the mini tower. So to get to it, you got to go all the way to the cat therapy, go outside, kind of go to the Ring 3 shop. Except you see this right here, you got to go inside of this, walk all the way around, and now you have totally a tower. It starts off okay, like you jump to this, wrap around, nothing too crazy. You jump to this ladder, go through here, this, and then you have a wall hop. Nothing too crazy, wrap around. And the inside's actually not that bad. Now if this was the end, this would actually be a solid mini tower, but it has a ginormous outside. It's a good test of like nerve control. But yeah, you gotta squeeze, jump up to there. I recommend aiming for this higher one because you can climb on it, and then jump into this, squeeze through, jump around, and then jump. You can do this, wrap around, go up. Oh, we're already on floor 5. Do this, flick, go through here, jump quickly, turn because it's a very tight gap. And then actually go down to here so you can jump up to there without hitting your head. Walk across, do a walk around. Go to this, go here, and oh my. Now, this looks weird because I have Ultra LDM on, because my computer's not the best. But you start off with the wrap around. Wrap again, go to this, go to the ladder. You then have to, well then, you have to go lightly onto this ladder. Flick out, move, jump, let go, then hold, turn in. Go out and then just like fully wrap around like 2-3 times, and then you have like a simple wrap around. And then I recommend going on the left. It's just easier to kind of do the jump. Wrap to the side, do this, and then get to the other side of the left so you can flick off a bit easier. Then you have a wall hop. Just wrap around. Be careful. Try not to hit your head on that. Go through there. Do a wrap around. Jump up to here. Jump to this. Go all the way around. Nothing too crazy. And then this jump's probably really difficult. You gotta really let go, then go in literally because of this gap. And then you just flick around, just like that. And I recommend wrapping from the left so you can just kind of squeeze into there. And then you gotta go to the right, jump. It looks scary, but it's not too bad. You're doing a good job. Don't get nervous, because nervousness, you want to go slow and steady on this. Wrap around. Go to this, jump down to here. Don't feel discouraged by that jump. You're going the right path. This is like a real ascension thing. You then go around. Be careful about this corner thing. You have to do it twice. Jump down to here. And then you have this tight thing now. You may be discouraged by a fall by hitting the corner. Don't worry. You will make it back. Now, the one nice thing about this mini tower is you tend to get a bit of consistency now. That huge outside, it is like pretty discouraging to fail, but don't worry. This mini tower, it's kind of worth beating. It's a good nerve control thing, and it's really just a final stretch test. The only problem is it can take a while to get there, and because I've done Fortunately Not a Tower, which is like 20 times more difficult than this, in my opinion, I don't want to redo this commentary, so we're just gonna go back to here like nothing ever happened. I got here for the first time. Now, again, try to keep your nerves calm as you get towards the end, especially if you like fail a certain spot a lot. You're gonna feel those nerves. It's one of those quick nerves things, just like was a tower or 100 million revenge. You're gonna feel it with this. Now, like these really difficult mini towers, do I recommend completing them? If you have the skill, if you have enough skill, I would actually highly recommend it. These are good skill tests and good nerve tests just to see where you are with the game. And as you see, I'm skill issuing a lot, which I practiced this beforehand. I literally did this like almost multiple times in a row. I'm surprised I'm doing this, but I will yap on just to not have to do a 3-second edit. I am that stubborn, so yeah, like again, like I would recommend to grind like hard needs, but keep in mind that these mini towers, they're much higher in skill than they actually are. Like, this is probably like a near remorseless mini tower. Fortunately, on the tower, it probably is. It could be an insane, like, that's insane difficulty gameplay. It's mixed into like 2 minutes of gameplay at most. It's not for the faint of heart. It's a real challenge. That's pretty much what it is. If you're into tiered obbies, I would really recommend them too. But yeah, like, that's my stance. But you gotta be more than skilled enough. You can't just go in unless it's like likely a tower or easier. Then you can actually expect the mini tower to be easier and actually something to complete, because will be a tower, it's the borderline between that, as that one's not too difficult, but it can take a few minutes. It did when I initially completed and I had like intense skill. I think even more, I don't exactly remember when it released, but from my understanding it was like very early 2021, which I had intense true remorseless skill at the time. Now we're finally starting to make progress on this again, but you know me, I'm not good at like the game at all. Alright, we're pretty much back, so let's commentate. And I'm surprised you managed to go through all that yapping I've done. So this, you want to wrap turn. It's like a very buffed 4-stud wraparound. It's much more difficult but easier than it looks. This, I recommend going in the middle, because you can flick to this side, which makes this much easier and like actually possible. And then you got to squeeze into this, wrap all the way around, and then go to here, do this, do a stick out. I recommend doing it on the left because it's easier. And then go here, wrap to this, walk around, wrap to this, jump up to here, and now you have a single wall hop. Don't mess it up. It's just a basic wall hop. You can do it as early as like up there. And for this pillar, watch out. You can hit that. And then try to wrap around for this one. And then go around. Jump all the way into here. Wrap around. Do another jump. And then you have like the last failable thing here. Please don't mess that up. And then jump to... Oh, I forgot. You got this thing to worry about. You gotta like kind of squeeze into this. It's the last thing that you could actually fail. I recommend wrapping around. I did fail that though. Like when I was grinding this. And then, congratulations, after surviving all that yapping and raging. Well, not raging for me. After you've done all the raging, you beat totally a tower. Now that's the last of it. Now we're going to go to Ring 5 to kind of go back up. Ring 5 has likely tower difficulty, which is really like challenging. And surprisingly enough, this mini tower actually has a final stretch. So there's that to look out too. To get to it, you got to go all the way to the cat therapy, except go through this portal. You'll see this little lobby. You see this little block right here? You gotta go out this side. Just like fall down to here. You'll go into likely a tower. Now this one you can pretty much save. But you gotta jump, squeeze in, jump out. Go into this, wait. The other one's not collidable. The only thing that's collidable that's normal studs is the frame. You got these mini studs, which... It just makes this illusion of like being bigger. Like how Queso sees everything. I'm not doing a joke like that ever again, and I'll probably do a joke like that in the future. Yeah, nothing too crazy here. You just go up. These are insta-kills, don't touch them. But just go around. Nice and simple. Jump to here. And now you have, after this wrap, you have two things. You could either wall hop across like it did with my initial completion, which is actually out there somewhere. Or you could just go down to here, hit this nice little button, and just wrap around normally. And then you just go around, jump up to this, wrap around, jump and then turn. You'll be able to climb going up to this. Do a nice little jump. You go up to here and then you go up to this. Hit the portal and that I somehow missed. Maybe go to the side. Yeah. Would you look at this? You don't have to jump. You can actually wait. Turn. This doesn't like push you out of the way, but yeah, you can fit under this platform. Just jump to it whenever. You got an actual final stretch. Now, it's not too difficult. You just gotta walk around, and don't worry, you'll spend like a minute at most getting back. You gotta jump to this, jump up on top of the mini tower, and then do like a second part of the final stretch, where it's just basic jumps, nothing too crazy. This will take a few tries. Try to beat this with like intense difficulty, and we'll have a bad time. You just jump all the way down to here, and that's likely a tower. And now we're going to Ring 4 to beat will be a tower. Now this is like the last of like the somewhat difficult stuff. After this is like, what, the fifth one we've already done. Well, we've already done pretty much everything. Now to get to this one, you gotta go all the way to Tower of Inception, but do one tiny thing right before getting there. So, you gotta go down to here, go through this, whatever it is, and then turn. Instead of going up, though, to the Tower of Inception, you gotta go to the Sky Lobby. You see this? Oh, what do I do? What's this question mark? You gotta go through the question mark. You'll be able to go down to here. You got Will Be a Tower. Now, Will Be Tower is probably the best of these. Is actually like kind of good. You gotta push this out of the way so it can go side, so you can pick up, jump to here. Pretty sight readable. For this, you do kind of have to wrap around like that. Just jump, turn, go around. Do a nice little ladder flick. Pretty simple wraparounds, though they are actually really precise. It's nothing too crazy. You just go onto this, jump, do a corner flip, and then go around this. Now, if you do fall, you can't really glitch back in, like, really any of these. And it's not really worth to, because these mini towers are so short, so just always reset. And ones like Totally Tower, you can't even glitch back in, so there's not much of a point. Now, you gotta wrap around this, go around, and then for this spinner, right as it's, like, going through the frame, you want to go jump over that. And now you're getting towards the end, so you got this. And this is, like, what appears to be final stretch. It isn't. It's just an outside on the last floor, because there's gameplay that actually goes back inside. So you gotta do this wraparound down to the trust, flick off, go to here, and then you gotta do this precise walk and walk around. And this one, I recommend jumping. Well, I mean, you can jump, but I recommend walking around, except for this, just because that it's like easier in my opinion. And it might be for you, but I could be wrong. But after that, you wrap around, you're back inside, so don't worry about failing, though. You are at the end, so maybe. You got a last jump, and that's that. So now that we've done possibly a tower, and fortunately not a tower, likely a tower, what's this called? Will be a tower, and this is totally a tower. Let's go to Ring 2. This is probably the easiest in all. This is like the easiest thing in the entire game. No, actually, I think there's a couple easier things, like Pythagorean theorem now. I think the easiest obby is the Ring 1 practice obby. I could be wrong. This might be easier, but they're both incredibly easy. To get to it, you gotta go to the viewing area, go outside and touch grass. Yeah, I know, that's probably actually the hardest thing to do. You go around, see this little path, you gotta go across that, go on top of this hill thing, go this way, walk around through these crevices, go down to here, and you got maybe a tower. This is like, maybe a tower is actually like the first JToH update that added gameplay that I was actually able to play, surprisingly. But yeah, maybe tower, it's very simple. You just go across these one studs, somehow mess up on the easiest thing. You literally just have to go around to here, go up to this, clearly skip to that, go up this ladder, jump to this one, do a bit of a final tightrope thingy. It's a final stretch. And now for the finale of everything and Video Rush, we gotta go to Ring 1 and do Not Even a Tower. And the new, well, this might be different because it's September 15th, but we got the fall themed Ring 1 of like orange stuff. I recorded something about it. I made a community post, but until there's more change, I'm not really gonna make anything about it. It might just be a simple video, but yeah. Anyways, to get to Knife Tower, you gotta go into cat therapy. You see this picture specifically on the left. It's got a black cat with like orange background. You can jump through that. I mean, you can kind of like, maybe, I don't think you can dance clip, but you'll see neat. You go inside of it, and now we have these. I'm gonna do like a bit of an optimized strat, but basically, my strategy is to go up to here. You can wall hop across this, like through the middle. Yes, you actually can. You could also wall hop on the frame here, go on top. And then you see this, there's 3 precise wall hops. You can just wall hop here. I literally did all these needs, or mini towers, beforehand, but you do a wall hop here, and then do 2 more, and just skip so much. It's a very optimized strategy I do. You do get this far jump. That's pretty much it. So that's every single canon mini tower, unless one releases between now and September 30th, which again I'm not gonna do. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed September video rush, and yeah, that marks the end for 2024. So yeah, see you.